Hello everyone, Sandeep Banerjee here. Welcome to my channel. In this channel, I talk about different technology products, and today I'm going to talk about a couple of important features of Google Meet. Hopefully, you'll be able to utilize these tips in your day-to-day work. So without wasting much time, let's jump into the topic right now. Let's see how we can access Google Meet. So there are a couple of ways you can access Google Meet. First of all, you need to go to Google homepage. Once you are in Google homepage, so you can just go to top right corner. So there are 9 dots. If you click on this Google Apps button, then you will see multiple options. So you can locate Google Meet there, and if you click on that, it will open Google Meet landing page. So now onwards, we are going to talk everything in this particular page only. So this is one way of opening it. Second option is if you go to this address bar, then you can see this meet.google.com. You can type it manually also to invoke Google Meet. So this is the way you can open it. Currently I am using Safari. You can use any of the modern browser. However, Chrome is the recommended option. There are a couple of options we should talk about here. First of all, you can see that there is one button called New Meeting. So if you click on that, you will be able to instantly start a new meeting, and you will be also able to schedule. So let's talk about that. If I click on New Meeting, there are certain options. Let us talk about one by one. First of all, let us talk about the second option, which is start an instant meeting. If you click on that, you will be able to start an instant meeting without any delay. That is number one, and we are going to talk about it right away. The next option is schedule a meeting in Google Calendar. We are going to cover this particular option also very quickly. And the last option is that get a meeting link to share. Think about a situation where you may start a meeting in 10-15 minutes time and you wanted to share the link with everyone so that they can join. So this is again very useful for an emergency kind of a meeting. However, this is not an instant one. You still have 15-20 minutes to share the link with everyone, and then only they can join. So for now, let us talk about the second option, start an instant meeting. Let's start with that, and after that we'll cover the remaining two options also. So let me click start an instant meeting. So here you can see it's showing joining. So now a couple of pop-up came. It's asking for permission for your camera and microphone. Once you will accept, then only it will broadcast your voice and your video in the meeting. So let me click on allow for now, and the second pop-up also will get disappear automatically. Yeah. So now this camera is on. Now you can see this particular video is visible. You can also see in the left bottom corner, this audio is also active. So for now, I'm turning off the microphone because I'm already using an external microphone. And now next option is that you can click on join now. Before we do that, you can see one code here. After this meet.google.com, one code is there. If you share this code with anyone, they will be able to join the meeting instantly. So this is one option. Second option we are going to talk about once we'll join inside the meeting. So let me click on join now. Now you can see this is the landing page. Yeah. So now this meeting is started. And there are a couple of options we should talk about here. First of all, the code we talked about. So that is again available here. You can copy it. However, Google gave you a better option here. If you click on this particular button, copy joining info, it will copy, and you can see that it copied meeting link. It will copy in your clipboard. You can send an email or message to anyone who need to join this particular meeting. And the other option is the add people. If you click on that, it will give you option to type email address. You can type it, and it will also pick up some of the address from your address book. You can just click on that and you can send invite button there. So for now, I'm not doing that. Let me click on this cross, and you can see this currently this meeting is there and I'm the only participant here. Let us talk about some of the options available here. First of all, let's start with this meeting details, which is already there in the left bottom part of the page. If I click on this icon, there are two tabs here. First one is the details tab, where you have joining info available. We saw this option earlier, and you can just copy this code, and using that others can also join. Second option is that if you click on this button, it will copy that joining info. If I click on that, you will see that yes, copied meeting link, and you can send an email to other participants who needs to join this meeting. Or maybe you can use any of the instant messaging so that they will get the intimation and they will be able to join. So different joining options, what we saw earlier in the beginning of the meeting, those options are also available again here. You can share it with your required participants. So this is number one. Number two is the attachments. Now you can see it's blank. We started this meeting as an instant meeting. That is why no attachments were added. However, whenever we are going to schedule a meeting from Google Calendar, you will be able to attach those documents and attachments. Next option is, you can see if I come middle part of this particular page, there are three buttons here and these are very important. First one is your microphone button. I have not turned it on because I'm using an external microphone to record this course. That is why it's not turned on. Next button is the hang up button. If you click on that, you will be able to leave the call and it will be disconnected. So currently I'm not doing that. And next one is the video one. I just kept it off for now to avoid any of the buffering issue. So we'll talk about that in a little while. Next option is the turn on caption. Once this will be on, it will give you live view of your caption. So it's kind of a subtitle. But to enable that, you need to unmute your microphone. Then only it can record whatever you are telling, right? You can see that currently it's typing whatever we are speaking. So that's being recorded. Now, so this is one way you can understand what other people are telling in a call, maybe where multiple people are there who doesn't speak English, or they are maybe speaking in a different language. It will be very, very helpful. Sometimes this can give you a wrong options also. However, you can avoid that. It will be helpful for the majority of the cases, right? So let me turn off this microphone for now. So next option is present now. I'm going to cover this particular topic in great detail in little while. We are going to share some of our screen and we'll see that what are the major options are available there. We'll cover it in one of our next video. Now, if I go top right part of the page, there are certain options. First one is how many people are there in this call. So currently see only I am there, so that is why it's showing 1. We'll see that how this particular thing works. Once we'll add some other participants also. So next one is the chat. If you click on that, it will give you an option to chat with other participants and you will be able to send your message there. Within a meeting, it's a very useful option. So in case anyone need to share anything, that they can do using this chat box. Let me click on that. It will open a pan. You can see that yes, this chat box is there. If you just type anything here, let me type welcome. This is visible here, right? It's mentioning that at what time who posted that message. And this is the way you can chat with other participants during the meeting. The same option of people who have tab is also showing here. You can see whoever they are in the call. You can see those names and their photos there. Let me click on this cross button for now. And the next option is this is showing the time. What's the current time now? And the last option is it will show you your video or your picture. So this is one way you can see that how your video is looking like. You can pin it there and you can change the layout also. Currently this layout view is not activated because other participants are not there. So we'll talk about that again later once we'll have other participants joining in this particular meeting. So this is all about your meeting options. We have some other settings also which are related to Google Meet settings that can be accessed from this bottom right. You can see there is a 3-dot button. If I click on these 3 dots which are in bottom right of the page, there are different options. So first one is the change layout option. If you click on that, it will give you that how you wanted to see all other participants. By default, auto option is selected. You can select other options also. First one is the sidebar, second is spotlight, and third one is tiled. What we are going to do once other participants will join, we'll see this particular option again. So how will it look like? So for now, I'm clicking on cross. Second one is that your full screen. If you click on that, it will show the screen in the full screen. All other menu bars will be invisible. So you can see currently it's showing in full screen. So you can again turn off that full screen from this particular option again, exit full screen. So that is the next option. Third one is the turn on caption, what we just saw earlier in this bottom part of the page. This same option is again there. Now next one is the settings. Now this setting is related to Google Meet, not for this specific meeting. So let me click on that. It will open up a new pop-up. Now in this pop-up there are majorly 3 options. First one is the audio. There is a microphone setting. You can select available microphones from this particular drop down and you can choose the required microphone as per your need. So currently you can see that microphone is off because I turned off this microphone and I muted myself. Second one is the speaker. So which speaker you wanted to use? Currently there is only one default speaker in my MacBook, that is why it's showing one. If you have multiple speakers connected, it will show you. And there is one button available to test that also. Next tab is video. So in video tab, similar to your microphone, you will be able to choose your camera also. If you have multiple cameras connected, it will show you multiple options. Currently I have only one, that is why it's showing one. And the second one is that the resolution. If you have good broadband connection or internet connection, you can select the higher one, the high definition one, and this is the option to send your resolution. So whatever the data, your video, how it will be sending, so that option is there. And similarly, you can set this receiving resolution also. If you have good connectivity, you can select the higher video. Now there are a couple of more options here. If you don't want to see that other videos, you can select audio only. So then you will not be able to see that other videos whoever are sharing now in this particular meeting. And another option is there that only one video at a time. These last two options are maybe viable whenever you don't have a good internet connectivity and you are now facing some of the slowness issue or bandwidth related problem. So these particular two options will be helpful. So this is all about this video tab, and in next general tab we only have one option to report in case of any problem, right? So this is the diagnostic details if you wanted to share. So this may not be useful for you in the majority of the cases. So these are the settings related to Google Meet. If you click on done, so this will get saved and this will be applicable for your current meeting and all subsequent new meetings, whatever you are going to schedule or you are going to join in. Right. So these are the available options within Google Meet. Hopefully these tips will be helpful and you will be able to utilize in your day-to-day work. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Also consider subscribing to this channel if you wanted to see similar video in future. I publish one topic every week on office and education productivity softwares. You can also comment in comment section with your views and if you wanted me to cover any specific topic. Thank you for watching this video. We'll see you in one of my next video. Thank you.